All right, so let's look at throwing a little bit. First, we'll look at gray. Okay, so gray, one of the things we want to focus on is, the direction of your throws. We're going to be obviously missing a lot to the right and to the left. The drill we did the other day where we're throwing to a specific target can help that in the fact that you are learning to move your body towards the direction you want the ball to go. The reason you're missing, okay, if you're throwing the ball to a certain spot, what we want to keep in mind is we want this back hip to move our body towards the target, okay? If the back hip is moving towards the target, the rest of the body will follow. But you notice right here coming out of this, what we call leg kick, see how your front hip starts to swing open, okay? And then your front shoulder starts to swing open, okay? So everything is moving this way, and then you're hoping that somehow the ball is going to end up going where we want it to go. More times than not, when we see that, we see the ball, either sailing off way over in that direction, or we pull it down this way. Just because the direction the hips are moving, they're going around instead of where we want the ball to go. So the throwing motion is, there's a linear movement. In other words, our hips move in a line towards the target. The front hip then stops that movement and creates this rotation, okay, around the front hip. But we start just rotating on this back hip way too early, and it doesn't allow for the ball to go where we want it to go most of the time. It's also not helping our velocity, okay? So one of the first steps we want to work on there, your arm action's fine actually. We see there, we can improve just coming out of the glove a little bit, but watch how the shoulder starts to rotate back, okay? So, you got some good things going on there with the arm action itself. We can definitely work with that. We just need to sync it up with the rest of the body moving towards where we want the ball to go. All right, let's look at Griffin a little bit. Okay, in Griffin we see some of the similar things here. Okay, you're actually going to start this big kind of windmill process right there. So you're almost like a Ferris wheel. Okay, think about your entire body is kind of doing this loop, and you're going to let the ball go somewhere out here, okay? And that loop starts right there. You can see the back hips start to rotate right there, okay? So rather than initiating hip movement in a linear direction or towards our target, okay, as soon as you come out of and you get to the top of this leg kick, you're going to see kind of your hips just start spinning your body around, okay? And watch as that happens right there. We start this spinning, and we cast the ball out, and then we just keep spinning around, okay? What we want to work on is this position right here, for lack of a better word. I don't want to think positions, I want to think movements, okay? But that movement, we want this hip to continue moving towards our target. Move, rather than stop and spin right there, okay? We want to move, keep moving down that line, okay? Let the arm take care of itself. You're preventing your arm from being able, see how long it's getting there? So we're never able to get the shoulder, some of that drill we worked on where our shoulder kind of rolls back, okay? You're never able to really take advantage of that because you're never really stopping and changing directions. You're going in one direction the whole way, okay, which creates this long, slow arc. What we want to do is move at landing, okay? We want the hips, just like in hitting, we want the hips to be able to stop and change direction and deliver the arm, okay? We get into what we call segmented rotation, okay? Think of the body working in segments. The first segment is the hips, then the trunk, then the shoulder, and finally the wrist. But all those different segments rotate at a different time. Okay, all of your segments are just kind of rotating together. Okay, I'll explain that a little more this week when we work, but the body should work in segments, okay, or links of a chain. Think of it that way. Each link is going to go, one goes, then the next one goes, and the next one goes, rather than all together. Anyway, hopefully you're doing some of those drills we talked about the other day, and I'll see you later this week. All right?